Good afternoon. I hope you're having a great day. I'm indoors today as it hit 100 degrees. It's quite hot, so we're staying cool. Been an interesting 24 hours to say the least. First, we had Iran trying to retaliate against America, and then we had Trump calling for a ceasefire, and then we had the breaking of the ceasefire and Trump ranting and so much going on. And there's a lot to digest here. In general, it's hard when you're in the middle of finally overtaking and controlling the air in Iran and you have your enemy on their knees and you want to just give the final blow and you get stopped in the middle. But ultimately, we all know that whenever you get stopped, it's never enough. And as disappointed as we might be, there's a lot of gratitude to what President Trump did do. The fact that he bombed the nuclear reactors, that he supplied Israel with all the ammunitions that he gave them till now, and that he stands with Israel in general in a very remarkable way. So I'm not going to get into is the ceasefire good or not. We have a tremendous victory. The fact that in Iran they're having a victory parade just tells you how much we won them. And Israel pushed them back many, many years. It's not going to be an end to it. We'll always have to be vigilant. Unfortunately, that's what we live in the Middle East. But no question that Israel has been the undisputed superpower in the Middle East and has let people know that we will not tolerate people calling for our annihilation and trying to build nuclear weapons, ballistic weapons. The doctrine has changed. But I saw a report today that Syria and Lebanon want to join the Abraham Accords. And I don't know how genuine it is and when it'll happen and what will happen. Of course, everything depends on what they want from us and is it worth it. But I wanted to share a little thought on this week's Torah portion to maybe give us something to think about. This week we hear about the mutiny of Korach and his rebellion against Moses. And the earth opens and swallows Korach and all the rebels. But what happens immediately after this devastation and the rebellion is quelled? God tells Moses that all the leaders of the Jewish people, including Aaron, should take their stick that was dry, a piece of wood that's cut off from its source, and put it into the holy temple. And the one that they will come back the next morning and it will grow, it will come back alive and grow, that will be the one that's the leader. And of course, all the leaders bring in their sticks into the Holy of Holies, and the next morning they come and lo and behold, Aaron's stick has grown almonds. And all the Jewish people see that he's the leader. But what's the metaphor here? What's this business about taking a dead stick that's cut off from the tree and bringing it to grow almonds? And the answer is like this, that ultimately, true leadership is when you take something that's dead, when you take something that's disconnected, and you're able to get it to grow again. Not just to grow fruits that are going to benefit others. And that was a message that God was giving to Moses and Aaron and the Jewish people. You want to know how you decide leadership? You have to be able to take something that is dead and make it alive and grow in a positive way. So we are where we are now. The ceasefire has called. Israel opened its airspace. I understand Prime Minister Netanyahu is going to come on a state visit soon to America. The question is, how do we take the wins that we have and use it for opportunities to grow and to use it for opportunities to alienate the terror and to bring people who are looking for growth and for opportunity in the Middle East to the right side, to partnerships. And that's the strength that Israel has now. We're coming from a place of strength. We've changed the face of the Middle East. There's no question that Iran is way far worse than they were 10 days ago, 12 days ago. And they don't have nuclear weapons, and they're much further from having it. How do we get the other neighboring countries, if it's Syria, if it's Lebanon, if it's Saudi Arabia, without jeopardizing us and our land and our people, to grow and to join a Middle East of opportunity? Have a great day. I hope you're enjoying your day.